Hey, this is Racing Dad pre-DTS. Doing my first video on social media, so really I have no freaking clue what I'm doing. Just love racing. What can I say? I am a middle-aged dad of two. Clearly have no idea what I'm doing with all this video clipping stuff, but gonna give it a whirl. This is a race I did at Jeddah, I think for the Williams team, in career mode, and we'll see what we can put together. Thanks for watching. Alright, I'm going to try my best to narrate this thing for the first time. Starting, 7th, 8th, dive onto the inside, laid on the brakes here. Sorry, Lewis. Hug the wall. To be fair, I think this is like on hard mode 75 or 80 or something like this. This is the Williams in season mode, so really this is the crappiest car on the grid. The fact that I even started like 7th is a little ridiculous. But just trying to keep this car in front of Lewis Hamilton here. Really just placing, because clearly that Mercedes is way faster than my Williams here. A little bit wide there. He's gonna, I think, get a somewhat of a run on me. But I end up using these walls just to squeeze out a little bit. Oh, that's never going to be good. He's definitely going to get the run on me here. But at least it's still first lap. Car's intact. No DRS yet, which probably just saved my butt right there. Yep. This is where I think I check with the engineer to make sure I didn't have any wing damage after the little bump on the outside wall. Mini Max from 2021. And if you do hear anybody crying in the background, I have the toddler monitor on. But yeah, Russell and Sainz were really getting away from me there. I couldn't keep up, and their fighting is really helped, just helped me claw back in there. 9/10. Lewis still on my ass. And then I was just really trying to put the pedal to the metal here, see if I could get a little bit closer and maybe dive bomb Sainz at some point. But you can see after the fight at the earlier part of the lap, whoa, that slide out's never going to be helpful. I was trying a little too hard there. Squeeze Lewis a little bit into the wall, but I mean, really, that's not a place to pass. So I guess I'm saying it's Lewis's fault. That actually helped me out a lot, because now you can see he's 5/10 behind me. Starting to lose a little bit of traction there. And I think DRS is on this lap. So yeah, he's starting to close quicker and quicker. And then, not sure if you saw that DRS line, but we crossed it right as Hamilton was about a car's length ahead of me, so I actually get DRS on the main straight. I don't know what I was trying to do there. Lucky I didn't damage a wing or anything. Nudge out Lewis, probably outbroke myself a little bit. Somehow help Perez up there. But I think you're going to see a little bit of a recurring theme here that really just becomes my strategy then. It's so hard to pass around Jeddah for most of the turns. And you can see Lewis and Checo fighting back there, and it's giving me a little bit of a cushion. So even in a Red Bull, granted Checo's driving it, but still holding steady at around like 1.3 behind me. I don't know where Lewis dropped off to, but then Norris is somewhere around there. But yeah, now you can see Checo really coming up on me, and this is probably where my softs are just dropping off a cliff. Almost 30% wear on all of it. He's on mediums, so he's catching up real quick. I mean, just in the course of half a lap, I think that's been like a full second. He's probably going to get a run on me pretty soon. Here's one of the DRS straights. And doing a little bit of swerving, doing a little bit of using the walls to my advantage. And then on this straight, there's just no way I'd be able to keep him back. So hug the inside so he doesn't get the run on me too early, but I don't want him going around me on the outside. So I give him the inside, make sure I brake before him so that I get the DRS. For me at least, it's been a lot easier to get the power down when I'm on the outside rather than trying to hug the inside line. I think this is a lap I got a pit, and you can see like just out braking myself. The tires really aren't there. At the end of that same lap, Checo's got the outside, but this time I wanted the inside because I knew I had to pit. If I was on the outside, he'd be on the inside of me. I'd have to brake even earlier to be able to dive into the pit. We are pitting a little bit earlier than everybody else, but at this point I was like 35-40% tire wear. There's just no way I was gonna keep up, just losing so much time. See how the pit team does. 2.3, I'll take it. And now with us pitting, I think 1 or 2 laps earlier than everybody else, it's just a question of how much time we can make up. So I think I pitted when I was 5th. Here's the first series of pit stops from other drivers. We get back to, is it 12th? Does Verstappen come out in front of me? Yeah, he does. Oh, by a good margin he does. And then here's the second series of pit stops. Somehow I do the fastest lap on these mediums. I mean, right behind Sainz. Actually, lucky we didn't damage a wing there. And we're really just trying to keep up with them again. I mean, earlier in the race, the Ferraris just couldn't. And mistakes like that never happen. Those series of turns, like I cannot figure it out. I'm either going too slow to make it, or shit like that happens. Lose even more time. But yeah, you can see Sainz got away, but then it's like yellow flag. Sector 3, Sainz, clearly an engine issue, so he's going to retire. I inherit that place. Thank you, sir, because there was definitely no chance I was passing him on track. And I don't know how, but through that last series of pit stops, we're up into podium position, 3rd place here. Now, back with the DRS, I got a little cheeky there, slowed down real hard. That was definitely some 2021 type of games. But worked to our advantage. We ended up getting the DRS. And then tried to do a little bit of a dummy on Russell. It looked like it worked, as he actually went further into the inside. Probably compromised his lines there. Was able to just push him out. Next lap, same damn thing. Outbraked, got the DRS line right there. Russell went a little bit wide. What the fuck, man? Lucky I didn't damage anything. I get the run on him. And really the same shtick. Try to squeeze him into the inside, compromise his lines again. This time, no problem. Getting past turn 2, out to that wall on the left. Russell trying again. Now Norris has DRS too, and he's coming up quick. So a whole gag of cars. I mean, I am in the Williams. I think I'm holding up like everybody. You can kind of see that in the mini map on the left there. It's just like holding up a string of cars. Lewis is back. All this fighting. It's really it's helping Lewis make his way back up past Norris now. Now we got Russell and Hamilton on my ass. I'll try to give him the inside. Get DRS again. I swear I end up doing that same exact move like 7 times. It's the only way I was able to keep these guys behind me, which probably is unreasonable in a Williams. I think this was the last race I ran the difficulty at like 75, 80. Definitely reasonable to up it past that in the next races. But now Hamilton is up, trying the same thing. He doesn't learn from Russell. Had to back off a little bit, or I almost bumped him in the butt there. But really, same thing now. Going on the outside to make sure I have the inside of turn 2. Brake late, give him space, then squeeze him. And really, it's been rinse and repeat. Same thing. Now you got a whole bunch of them. I'm looking in my mirror. It's like 4 cars. Russell clearly gets through. Now we got Hamilton that made me go a little bit wider there. I was trying to take a tighter turn, but thankfully between ERS DRS, it was just enough space. Dummy to Russell a little bit again. Make sure I got a little space. Oh, slid out a little bit. Some contact here and there. But now, comfortably up on Russell 1.1, last race, and then I do that. Same set of turns that just throws off my rhythm. Russell is back at it. Brought him in. Yeah, I basically lost a second on that mistake. But I mean, through these series of corners, it should be manageable to keep him behind. Whoop! And then he bumps me from behind. I'm lucky I didn't completely spin out. But then that backs him and everybody else up by a good amount. So, yeah, lucky it happened, but also lucky that it didn't impact me too much. Yeah, use mediums. He's already back. Like that was what, like 2-3 turns, and he's already a 10th behind. I'm gonna have to make some room. Somebody's gonna come by here. I try to plant the car middle of the road, just make it impossible yet quote unquote fair, and then just ERS to the line. Thankfully Norris was on the outside. And yeah, that's how we managed to get up to and hold on to P3 in a frickin' Williams. You know, more to come. Hopefully the videos will get better, but excited to show you some of my future races. Thanks and see you soon. Oh, and on top of that, driver of the day.